Today's health topic, I'm talking about stress relief. I feel it. I'm sure you feel it. Like energy has shifted over this last weekend. And I feel like people are a little scattered and a lot worried. And don't suffer in silence, right? There are natural solutions to managing stress. Like for today, I want to talk about our stress relief stack pack, and especially the stress relief complex. It is designed to support the nervous system and adrenal response to stress. Instead of acting like a sedative, though, it works by supporting the nutrients the body uses when it's under stress. When the body is under physical, emotional, or metabolic stress, certain nutrients get depleted quickly, especially B vitamins, C, and things like magnesium. So B vitamins, they're the fuel for the nervous system. Stress rapidly depletes B complex vitamins, which are required for energy production and neurotransmitter balance. So thiamine helps convert carbohydrates into energy, supports nerve signaling. Low levels are associated with fatigue and irritability. So it's great to boost those up. Riboflavin, it supports mitochondrial energy production, helps the body recycle antioxidants. B6 is critical for neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, and GABA. It helps regulate mood and sleep. B12 supports nerve health, red blood cell formation, and it's important for mental clarity and energy. So B5 is known as the anti-stress vitamin, and it's needed to make adrenal hormones like cortisol. So when someone is stressed, their adrenal glands burn through B vitamins very quickly, which can lead to fatigue. It can lead to anxiety. And of course, brain fog comes along with that as well. And maybe you haven't heard about vitamin C when it comes to adrenal stress and adrenal support, rather. The adrenal glands actually store one of the highest concentrations of vitamin C in the body. And so, we think of vitamin C, we think of immune health, I think right away. I sometimes think of, vitamin C as an antihistamine. It is. So I think of that, but I think most people think immune health, but it supports your adrenals. So it supports hormone production. It reduces oxidative stress from cortisol. It supports immune function during stress. And when someone is under chronic stress, vitamin C is used rapidly. Magnesium. Magnesium is often referred to as nature's relaxation mineral. It helps regulate the nervous system. It helps relax muscles. It reduces stress hormones. It supports sleep quality. And magnesium deficiency is extremely common, especially because in America, I think globally, but especially in America, I know like coffee drinking is, it's big, and coffee depletes magnesium. So, magnesium is beneficial to regulate the nervous system. Support sleep quality. That's the one I missed. So magnesium deficiency is so common, especially in people who consume processed foods or somebody that is chronically exposed to stress. So people feel better taking stress complex because the formula is powerful, and it is geared for better resilience to stress. It improves your mental clarity. It gives you steadier energy. It's been known to reduce headaches. It improves mood. And this happens because this supplement helps restore nutrients in the body. So it's not a Band-Aid fix. It works with your body, right? With the nutrients that you need when you are dealing with high levels of stress. So it's a very great approach because it's not about forcing the body into something, feeling a certain way, overriding the body, which is what happens in the pharmaceutical model. We tend to want to, take something that changes our state, and there's consequences to that. And this works with your body's natural systems. It doesn't override your nervous system. It helps restore the nutritional foundation that allows the body to regulate itself. So this is so important and a good approach. This is what we need to understand about reaching for quick fixes. And especially, like, I feel very compelled to talk about this because in the last couple of weeks, I've spoken to many people, and there's a common pattern here, and speaking to some of my colleagues too, there's a common pattern where people are trying to get off of psychotropic medications, and there's no help for that. And it needs to be monitored, by a medical doctor. It's much harder to get off these things than it is to get on them. It's pretty easy to get on them, like too easy to get on them. You can drop a few words in a doctor's office and leave with a prescription that will bring on one of the biggest battles of your life. And I hate saying that because I don't want to scare anybody, but I do want to capture the people who don't understand the commitment that you'd be making to these pills if you get on them. We're talking very uncomfortable withdrawal symptoms for many people with some of these medications, and not a clear path to get off them. Not a clear path to get off them at all. And they'd rather just have you keep taking them, even though you have the side effects of what they do, are terrible. There are, gut microbiome issues. There are emotional issues. So many side effects. I mean, all you got to do is go to drugs.com and plug in your psychotropic medication of that you're thinking about, and please read about it and get yourself informed before you do it, because getting on some of these medications is a permanent decision. It's a permanent decision in many cases for a temporary problem. I think the expectation is what the issue is here, that we shouldn't feel stress. We should feel good all the time. We shouldn't be in discomfort. And discomfort is growth. If we're experiencing high levels of stress, it's an opportunity to grow, to learn how to master your nervous system, to learn how to get more control over what you're thinking, because your thoughts create your feelings. There's no doubt about that, right? You have a thought, you have a chain of thoughts. It creates your feeling in your body, how you're feeling. It creates your mood. And so understanding that you're not like, subjected to these feelings that just kind of overcome you. There's a thought pattern there that's creating that feeling in your body. If you can get in between before the thought starts, right? Or just as the thought is starting, and you can put a block up towards it or make a different choice about your thought, then you can change the way you feel. It's about awareness, right? So if I start thinking about all the things I have to do, you can get into a high stress state pretty quickly. Right? I've got to do this. I got to do that. But instead of just going with the thought process that is going to lead you to stress, get in between it. Get in between it, meaning pause. Oh, I've got to do this. Oh, this is a situation where I could easily go off on a tangent here of a string of thoughts that are going to up my stress. Or I can put space in between this and shift my thoughts. So again, stress relief stack pack is available. It's only $65. You can go to naturallyinspiredstore.com to get it. Temporary feelings, they require a temporary solution. Don't make a permanent solution for a temporary problem. And gosh, I see people all the time struggling to get off of these medications, whether it's antidepressants or sleep medications or, pursue root cause. There's a lot of things that you can use, along with controlling your diet, right? With high protein, high fat. And, some people may say, oh, that's crazy. You can't control your mood. Go look at the research now. Okay. It's published. Read books like Brain Energy. You can control your mood. You do have more agency over your mood than your circumstances. You haven't got a lot of agency over your circumstances, the stuff that just happens, but you do have a lot of agency on how you respond to it. And biology is one of those variables, controlling your blood sugar levels, those types of things. Hydration, you may think, oh, that's crazy. I'm stressed and drinking water is going to help me. Yeah, it is. yeah, it is. You are a synergistic being. It is going to help. All the things help. They're going to help way more than some false promise of a silver bullet pill that is going to give you the old kick the can down the road scenario outcome where you're not dealing with the problem. Stress, we got to get good at we got to grow through being able to manage stress, right? It's not easy. I'm not sitting here saying it's easy. But if you're not even working at it, if you're not even taking it as an opportunity to grow and not be so impacted by stress levels, then you're going to fall prey to this model that promises you something that doesn't exist, which is an easy way out. Doesn't exist. You've got to do the work. And we can grow and get more control over our stress response with natural tools like the Stress Relief Stack Pack. Get it today, naturallyinspiredstore.com. Thanks so much for joining me today. This has been Naturally Inspired Radio, and we'll be back tomorrow.